My husband always ruins my birthday.
You're not invited to my birthday party.
You're canceled from coming to my birthday party. It is my 41 female birthday.
Happy birthday.
Today.
Happy birthday.
Happy Borv.
Birthday. My husband, 49 male, of 19 years, can be an a-hole. I don't need anyone to tell me that. His crappy behavior is few and far between, though. Most of the time, we get along. We love each other. The spice of sleep is great and fairly frequent. He's very unselfish in the boudoir and helps out around the house and jumps in with the kids whenever needed. Generally, a good husband with some bad qualities. By the way, this comes from user AccurateSwimmer326, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKstorytime subreddit. I'm Dakota.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Keon.
And let's see what OP has to say. The problem arises when we try to resolve conflict. He becomes extremely defensive to the point of aggression. Hence this post. Your husband sounds bad.
Sounds bad. And also, I did the math. 20 and 28. Not crazy. But if he's acting like this,
Bad.
sounds a little not great.
Last year on my birthday, I didn't, quote, tell him clearly enough what I wanted while we were planning the evening. He ended up snapping at me and then giving me the silent treatment. The snilent treatment. It's when you snap and give him the silence. Snilent. I hate the snilent treatment. I cried while driving myself and our kids to the trampoline park. That's where I wanted to go.
Oh,
I love it. He doesn't.
that sounds like so much fun.
Yeah. How do you hate a trampoline park?
How are you gonna hate a trampoline park? Are you just not, you have no joy in your heart?
What a loser.
I really want to go back to the trampoline park now that I have muscles.
He's afraid of the... What?
So I can do the ninja warrior section.
There's a Ninja Warrior
Yeah.
section?
You need muscles
Oh.
to go to the trampoline park?
Yes.
I want to try that.
When
That
you would
sounds
jump,
sick.
would you just like collapse? Like,
Not
ah!
for the jumping part, anyway.
That's why he doesn't like the trampoline park.
Yeah, he's like, I
he's
don't have
not strong
muscles.
enough. This year, I was clear. I said I wanted to go to the pool or maybe that adventure park nearby. Think David Buster's, but with a zip line.
Sick.
He told me not to plan anything because he had a surprise.
Honestly, he needs to stop planning things or surprising you.
Yeah.
And you need to plan everything just so you can have a fun day.
Yeah, clearly this guy is not
He doesn't know what you like.
equipped to plan. While I was out running a quick errand with my daughter today, he called me and told me to come home because the surprise was almost there. The surprise was he invited my mother over for the day. My mother and I aren't close. She's emotionally cold and distant, sometimes flat out rude. He knows this. Our relationship is unfulfilling at best, disappointing at worst. She'll literally pretend I'm not speaking and start talking to someone else mid-sentence. We don't spend time together, and it's not like he likes her either. So far today, we had 20 minutes at the table for cake. Then he went into the hot tub alone, and now he's downstairs playing video games. I'm stuck here with my mom, who will probably stay until bedtime.
It feels like he hired a babysitter who you don't like. That's for you,
This is
an adult, so that he didn't have to hang out with you.
hiring the op to babysit you. And the op is your mom.
And the op
Which is
your
unfortunate.
mom. Truly, I don't understand. Because he could just let you go. If he really hated the trampoline park, it's still insane that he won't come to you on your come with you on your birthday. But he could just let you go with the kids. And then plan something nice after you come back.
He's like, I don't want to feel left out while you guys enjoy all the trampolines that
He's
I
like
hate.
not even spending time with you. So why not let you do something that you want to do?
Yeah, this guy sucks. I feel like my day is ruined. I'm seething. In all fairness to him, he did buy me flowers and several pieces of Coach jewelry, even though I don't wear jewelry, which he knows, so it's useless.
Useless.
It feels like he threw money at the day, invited my mom over to babysit me, and now he's off the hook to do whatever he wants. I feel angry and overlooked, handled, and then abandoned.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what he did.
That's exactly
On
what
your
he did.
birthday.
That's exactly
On your
what he did.
freaking birthday.
How do I bring this up without it turning into a huge fight?
Fight.
Fight. Let them fight. I want to talk, not trigger a blow up, but I'm furious. Please give me a blueprint for how to handle this. And we have some relevant comments, but how would you handle this, Sophia?
Okay, honestly, nothing I've heard about this guy has been anything pleasant. She said he's good sometimes, but for the most part, he's kind of not good. So, divorce. I'm just kidding. No, you've been married for 19 years and you have kids. Don't divorce yet. But I think that you have a conversation with him and you say, hey, if you think that you're having trouble figuring out what I want for my birthday, let me plan it next year. Let me just plan one, and then I just want you to come be with me.
Yeah.
That's it. Just want you to be there. I'll plan it.
All you gotta do is ask.
Yeah.
If you cared.
Yeah. But the thing is, he knows what she wants to do.
Yeah.
So I just be like, you know what I want to do. You know I don't have a good relationship with my mom. It felt like you didn't see me and on this day that's supposed to be about me. And if you can't, like, if you feel like you really just don't know what I want on my birthday, you can't figure it out, I'm going to plan it. But I do want you to know that you've let me down.
Here's what you do, OP. You do what Sophia and I do. Instead of a birthday, you do a birth month.
Yes. Dude, we should have a combined birthday party because I'll already have 2 other parties, so we can just...
And I already have like 10 other events.
Exactly. So we'll just combine birthday party, just one of our multiple birthday parties.
Yes, we're going to have Kofia.
Yeah.
A Kofia
the
party.
Ko-Fi link?
The Kofia. I think you just
June
ask
is only our month. Nobody else has a
questions.
June birthday but
Yes.
us.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
Instead to do this without a fight, you just go like, so what why
did you do that?
you invite my mom over for my birthday?
You don't like her? I don't like her. What was the thought process there?
Yeah, just questions. Why did this happen?
Do you like my mom? No. Do I like my mom? No. So why?
Why? Wielder of aphorisms says that, my dear stranger, is total BS. That's not a birthday. That's punishment with a consolation prize.
What's the consolation prize?
I don't know. I truly don't know. May I suggest that you plan your own birthday celebrations going forward? He should not contribute anything at all. Happy birthday and sorry. OP says, thank you. I tried to plan it. That's when... No. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What is it? Where did it go?
Ultralight, I'll explain what's going on. So basically, OP, it's her birthday today, except probably not today, but whenever this was posted. And all she wanted to do was go to the trampoline park. And instead of listening to what she wanted to do, her husband invited her mom over, who she doesn't really like and he doesn't like, and then like ignored her and went and played video games.
Yeah.
TLDR.
He's got a lazy husband who's he's checked into the Hotel California.
Ain't that the truth? We ready?
Yeah.
You can never check out.
OP replies, thank you. I tried to plan it, and that's when I was told not to because of said surprise. I guess I need to plan it earlier and more forcefully. Lurker the pimp says, next time tell him, no, I will plan my birthday. He 100% knew he screwed you over and bailed on you. He chose this. You told him what you wanted, and he decided to do something miserable and bail on you. Does he even love you? Are there other issues? OP says, I'm not sure. I think he wants to love me. Being a family guy is important to him after having no dad in his life growing up. Does he love me? I don't know.
Oh.
This has gotten real bad.
Oh. Well, if we don't know if he loves you or not, that's... Oh. Oh, no.
He might like me.
You got to have a conversation about that.
I think he likes me on weekends, and that's it.
He likes me on the weekend.
Anyway, wow.
You gotta go to counseling with your husband.
ASAP.
OP says, we get along well 99% of the time, but I don't force this issue anymore. His work keeps him away a lot of the time, so I live in a sweet little bubble with my kids. I'm close with them, even the teens. I try to let them and my religious faith meet all my needs. That's difficult when I feel actively hurt, and there's an update.
But that's it. She's religious. Probably feels like she can't divorce, maybe.
It just sounds like
Sounds like you guys
maybe
don't.
you're like, he's fine 99% of the time, and he's gone 98% of the time, so you only see him 2% of the time, and half of that is
bad.
when he's being bad.
Quick math.
Girl, like, I honestly think now, less of a joking way, you should divorce because you don't even know if he loves you. I mean, have a conversation first, of course. Go to counseling. But like 19, how long have you not known whether or not he loves you? Because that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, when was the love checked out? Or was it even there to begin with? That's the real question.
Or was this just kind of like you were young, you had kids, you maybe were raised in a religious, kind of expectations?
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that we get along together is like, that shouldn't be your
Feels
basis.
like you guys are kind of roommates?
Yeah.
But not even very good ones?
Yeah. Well, there's an update. We spoke about it today. It began with some crappy defensiveness, but calmed down after a few minutes to regroup. His answer to me was that in mentioning to him how good my mom was doing in her grieving process, he interpreted that to mean my relationship with her was doing good. He actually invited my sister and brother-in-law, who couldn't make it at the last minute. She is late in pregnancy and has frequent migraines now, and it wasn't just supposed to be my mom, which makes way more sense to me. I told him I was disappointed, but he still abandoned you all day and went downstairs and played video games alone without you.
There's really no excuse.
That's like so flimsy.
Really no excuse.
I told him I was disappointed. He asked if I wanted to go out Friday to a movie and dinner. I said no, I want to do water park.
Yes.
So he agreed.
Good.
He's presently on the website to buy tickets. I also wanted to address a few of the comments suggesting that getting along isn't being happy, and it's possible I phrased it wrong. We actually have a good time together. It isn't just non-argumentative, it is good. Like he rubs my back and picks up my prescriptions and notices when I'm stressed out and asks if I need an afternoon out.
But if you don't know if he loves you, that is a conversation that needs to be had.
You youths.
And your love.
You youths
You
and
think
your
me
love.
and your father ever loved each other?
Don't you know marriage is about a 401k and split assets
That's
and
what it feels
prescription
like.
pickups?
It feels like it's like the only thing holding them together is obligation. And I really don't want that for you, OP. I mean, again, 19 years of marriage, kids, don't run to divorce as the first option, but have conversations about this.
Yeah. We are horrible at conflict resolution. That's it. I make his appointments and light the fireplace and make dinner so it's welcoming when he walks in the door. I'm aware that I'm the partner who cares more. It is what it is. He's presently watching cartoons and painting our daughter's nails.
That's cute.
My romantic fulfillment isn't the only thing at play here, and it also isn't an unsolvable problem. I appreciate all the responses, and there are more relevant comments, OP adding in the comments, yes, I know we have issues. I realize his behavior is not acceptable. I also realize that half the problem is that I've been accepting it. As pathologically defensive as he is, I'm pathologically averse to conflict. I'll eat something for 10 years because I'm scared to say anything to anyone. 10 years eating boiled carrots and mushy peas?
You're like, so good.
This is not just him, it's my whole family. I'm a product of my environment too. And asking how is OP's husband around holidays, he's usually pretty decent about holidays. He stays up to wrap all the presents. I make a house full of rhyming clues for the kids to find their Easter baskets and Christmas stockings, which he gets into if he's home. Like when I said idyllic little bubble, I meant it. Abandoned kid, never saw anything like this up close, so he learns as he goes. Has had to relearn everything that ever helped him survive, and he's gotten past a lot, mostly through counseling and recovery programs. I want to make this as balanced as possible because I hate Reddit stories that paint one person as a hero and one as a villain by cherry-picking information. I'm aware his faults regarding his temper are extremely toxic. This is a person with good traits who will see a single mom and her kids in line at Subway and slip the cashier enough to buy their whole meal and never breathe a word that it was him. Who cut my dad's lawn an hour away when his CHF made it impossible to walk across the yard? He's ready to apologize after he realizes he's screwed up. He doesn't gaslight me or blame me later.
Congestive heart failure.
Dang!
Thank you, Cheryl. Yes.
Congestive heart failure. Well, there's a second update, so I guess he's just a terrible little birthday man?
Well, it just seems like he's not fulfilling a lot of areas of the relationship and she's not bringing it up. And that's the problem. It's like they haven't had a conversation in 20 years. You know, and it feels like all of their problems have been building and building and building because she's too afraid to talk about it.
It feels like the relationship got very stale.
Yes.
And everyone just settled. Everyone's like, all right, cool. You're distracted with your own thing. I'm distracted with the kids.
Literally, she's like, I don't know if he loves me, but, do I need him to love me?
Yeah, it's like we've been together for so long. At this point, it's just like we're just happy. I mean, like we go about our day and
Yeah,
we
we're
high five.
fine. We feel fine.
Yeah, we high five each other and we give them like a little like, hey, what's up?
No, you
All
need
right.
to.
How's it going, sport?
Literally like a
You
like a
need
little
to talk
fist
about
bump.
it.
How are we doing, champ?
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the second update. 11 months later,
Oh.
things have happened.
I sure hope so. Or maybe we're about to get another birthday coming up.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm planning my birthday.
Uh-oh. I'm about to turn 42, so time for an update. This past year, we hit a point of no return that pushed us into counseling. It's been nothing like I expected. The program we're in requires you to stay in your circle, meaning you can only answer questions about yourself, your habits, beliefs, and responses. Not your partner's, just yours. Like I mentioned before, my religious faith emphasizes faithfulness, humility, and self-denial in marriage. But I've come to realize that codependency isn't a sacrificial virtue. It's being a self-aggrandizing martyr, stepping over the boundaries God does set for the marriage. My biblical advice is don't do that. Forgiveness and patience are important, but being a doormat and allowing sin in your home is not. His progress has run parallel to mine. He started recognizing destructive and harmful patterns as his responsibility, not something I caused by what I did or said. Whether I made a benign comment that triggered his PTSD or hypothetically smashed his windshield with a baseball bat, his reaction was still his to own. A perceived attack, even a real one, doesn't justify turning around and hurting me emotionally with his temper. I reread a lot of the comments on my original post. Some made wild assumptions and others hit the nail on the head. Yes, he was selfish on certain issues, and no, I didn't have the self-esteem or courage to speak up back then. Now, almost a year later, we've done some hard things, still doing them, things like being honest about who we are, to ourselves, to God, to our circle, to each other. It's unfamiliar territory. I feel incredibly vulnerable, but I don't want my daughters to grow up and repeat this. I have an obligation to show them that people can do better if they want to. The other day, he apologized to our daughters for how he had behaved in front of them, then to our son, but first and foremost, to me. And by the way, you'd have to apologize to all of us if we catch you not listening to full episodes of stories just like this on your favorite podcast platform, whether it's iHeart or Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you listen, just search OK Storytime.
Better do it.
And you can listen to every single word we've ever said in our whole lives.
We've said a lot of words. This turned out really well. I'm really happy that they finally spoke.
I like it.
I like it. This is what I was saying. I was like, I don't actually mean divorce because you guys have been together for so long and have such an intertwined life. And also because you never actually talked about these issues. So don't jump to divorce or leaving your partner before you've actually had a conversation. Because that kind of communication and relationship style follows you into your next relationship.
Yeah.
It doesn't fix anything. It just isn't like a little Band-Aid. It's like, oh, okay, we got rid of the problem, but
right.
You got rid of the symptom, but the underlying problem is still there.
Yeah, and it also shows your kids, set them up for like what kind of relationship they want or what they don't want.
It's like, no, we're not. Like, I don't want to show you guys that it's okay to accept this type of behavior in a relationship. There should be love. And if there isn't, then either you got to find a way to fix that or we break up, divorce,
Exactly.
So props to you guys.
Let's finish this story. We're planning a trip for my birthday without my mother. Haha. At the end of the day, you know your partner. I knew he could change. I knew he wasn't just playing a role. He wanted to be more. He just lacked the skills. I knew I should change too, but I told myself I couldn't. It was easier to stay codependent and anxious and expect him to carry all the weight. If your partner has the character and commitment to grow, he can. But if you think the problems have nothing to do with you, you're wrong. Even if your only role is allowing them to continue. Forgiveness without accountability is just permission to do it again.
Bars.
I'm what was it?
I don't know.
Snapperfice?
Snapper.
Crackle pop.
Snafter.
Anyway, folks.
That's that.
I love it. I love a story where things get better.
Ooh, forgiveness without accountability is just permission to do it again. Oh.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Oh.
But folks, we got another story to read, and we're about to get into that. We are going to get into this next story. I refuse to attend my son's wedding because of my cheating wife.
That's a good reason?
And trigger warning, emotional abuse. And also this comes directly from the r/OKStorytime subreddit.
You're kidding me.
I ain't. Okay. I, 53 male, was married to my ex, 51 female, for 23 years. We met in college and had a spark right away. We had dated for just a short time before we got engaged. We had a lot of the same goals and beliefs, same religious beliefs, number of kids we wanted, life goals, etc. We supported each other as we finished college and had our first son in our last year of college. By the way, this comes from Just Perspective 3843, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. So, And when I graduated from college, I was lucky enough to get a job in a small town near my family. My family loved my ex. For context, I had a great childhood. Ooh, looky here.
Wow, that's so cool.
Mr. Big Britches.
Big show off.
And look where you are now.
My parents were very loving and always supported me. Her parents were very controlling, and she often told me how hard her childhood was. And even though she loved her parents, felt her household growing up was not a healthy environment. So, when my parents and sisters accepted her as just part of the family, she told me often how much she loved my family. For the next few years, we lived a simple life. I was a school teacher, so we didn't have a lot of money, but we had a nice home because of some land my parents gave us. We had 3 more sons over the next several years. She was able to be a stay-at-home mom while I worked, and picked up odd jobs here and there to help supplement my teaching income. We both grew up in poorer homes, so money and lavish things just weren't important to us. We were just happy with our little family. Or so I thought.
Dun, dun, dun.
Once our boys got a little older, we decided to invest in a small business in town to be able to give our boys jobs. Like I said, this is a small town without a lot of opportunities. We bought a small restaurant, just a little diner, and gave our older boys jobs while my parents helped watch our younger boys.
Nepotism. Wow.
Nepotism, right? So outright.
Wow. No, I'm just kidding. That's fine.
We also hired local high school kids to help as well. My ex, let's call her Nina, would work just part-time hours while the kids were in school. Then turn it over to our nighttime manager so she could be home with the kids. Let's call me Craig, was transferred to a school in a town about 20 to 30 minute drive away. But I would help in the business on weekends and holidays and whenever I could.
Good. Hey, that's good on you, Craig.
Good on you, Craig.
Craig.
I also took care of all of the money side of the business, so Nina just had to worry about the day-to-day. We seemed to be having a great marriage. At least I was happy.
Hey, when Craig's happy, everyone's happy except Nina.
Fast forward to 20 years into our marriage, Nina comes to me and tells me she's upset with my family. Her parents had recently retired to our state from another state about a 5-hour drive away. She tells me she's moving and taking the boys and doesn't care if I go or not. What? You can't just do that.
You can't do that.
I was floored. I asked her what the issues were with my family, and she just said that she never really felt comfortable with them and wanted to be closer to her parents. I tried to get more, but that's all she would give me. I didn't want to lose my family, so I agreed. I started looking for teaching jobs in the new city and was able to find one right away. So we sold our home and our business and packed up and moved in with her parents. It feels like y'all didn't have any plan. You just left.
Is she doing this because she already cheated, or is she doing this so she can get closer to the person she wants to cheat with?
I don't know. Is she trying to get further away from her cheating partner or closer? It's the question. My boys did not like the move, especially the fact that we had to move in with her parents. They're not very loving with my boys, and even though they said they were happy to have us, they seemed annoyed every minute we were there. Luckily, we were only there for 3 months before we were able to get into a nice house from the sale of our house and business. Nicer than anything we had ever had. Finally, I thought Nina would be happy. Nope. As soon as we got settled into the new house, she began to get distant. Our spicy sleep life became non-existent. Everything I did annoyed her. We had always been a religious family, but she stopped going to church with us. I tried to talk with her, ask her to go to counseling, but she just insisted nothing was wrong. That would be the most frustrating thing to me because something is wrong. I'm telling you something's wrong. I don't like how this is going. There's a problem.
Nuh-uh.
You can't say nothing's wrong. I don't care if you think nothing's wrong. I'm telling you something is wrong.
But what if I said, nuh-uh?
What if I Uno reverse said, no, there's nothing wrong. You can't do anything now.
You go, nope, nuh-uh.
After over 1.5 years of this, I finally had enough. I sat her down and said we had to talk. She told me that she loved me, but she wasn't in love with me anymore. I was obviously devastated. I asked her what I had done, and she just said she was just a different person now. Or she was with a different person.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm a different person because I've been with a different person.
I've been cheating on ya. Oh. At the time, she was working, and I was working 2 jobs to make sure we could make ends meet. I didn't know how we were going to go through a divorce and afford to live. I just went in my room and cried. I didn't sleep that night. The next day just happened to be Father's Day. I went for a drive and I called home to tell my dad Happy Father's Day and told him what had happened the night before. Happy Father's Day, Dad. My wife's leaving me.
Happy Father's Day, Dad. She's a skunk.
She's a skunk.
She's a skink.
She's a stinker. My dad proceeds to tell me that he needed to tell me something. Oh no. Oh no. Nina had been cheating on me. One of our high school employees,
Whoa.
who was a daughter of my dad's best friend, had left her purse at our restaurant one night and went back to get it. When she walked in to get it, she caught my ex and a guy in the back room having spicy sleep. I'm glad I finished that sentence.
Yeah, me too. Thank you.
Almost really concerning. She told her dad and he told my dad. He told me he didn't want to tell me because he didn't want to break up our marriage, but since she was already ending it, I should know. Why didn't you tell him? I would be so upset with my father if he didn't tell me this. If he knew this and didn't say anything. I wonder if it's like religious, like cultural stuff, kind of, you know. They said that they were both religious. They go to church. Maybe he was like, I don't want to lead to a divorce if I can help it. But come on.
What are you going to do, buddy? Are you going to like put on the Mission Impossible mask and like pretend to be the other guy? Well, it's over.
It's over.
She's banging Buddy in the back of the restaurant.
Oh boy.
That's unsanitary, by the way.
Yeah. You're going to drop some grades on that restaurant, you know. Health and
Something's
safety
being
thing.
dropped in that restaurant.
Ew. Yeah, Dad, that sucks. That was not cool. I just went numb. I think I just hung up the phone and stared out my car window. I drove back home and texted my ex to please meet me in the car. She came to the car and I told her what I knew. She tried to deny it, but I told her how I knew and she finally admitted it. I asked her who, and it was one of the guys from our couple friends we used to hang out with. I used to golf with him all the time. It was like a knife in the back. She had no emotion as she was telling me this, but now the past 2 years all made sense. Why she wanted to move away, why she was so distant. The next week, I just went through the motions. I called a therapist and just bared my soul. It didn't help. I didn't know what to do. After a week, I started to think about things in our relationship. Things I had seen, heard, suspected over the years, and just blew them off because I trusted her. I confronted her and basically told her I was sure he wasn't the only one. I guess the guilt finally got to her because she finally had a look of remorse for the first time.
Oh no. The dam is breaking.
Yeah. She then began the trickle through. He wasn't the only one. At first it was 3, then 5, and finally 7. She had 7 affair partners over 4 years. She was basically using our restaurant as her own personal whorehouse.
As her own personal silly goose factory.
No wonder there's extra cream in the back.
Ew. That's crazy. You're employing your kids there and you're telling me that no one ever found out until that one high school kid?
This crab did what to this rag?
Any guy that would show interest, she would basically spread her legs for them. I also found out that one of the guys was an ex-con ice dealer, and she was smoking ice with him as well. Understand, we don't even drink, smoke, nothing. I mean, yeah, they're regular churchgoers. I would assume you weren't. She also contracted an STI and told me that she had a UTI, so I would stay away from her while she was taking medication to clear it up. Yikes. Go get tested, OP. I asked her if she ever used protection with any of them, and she said no. You idiot.
S-K-A?
No.
Ska. From that point on, for the next 2 months, I was just in robot mode. I got tested for STIs and fortunately was negative. I couldn't eat or sleep. I lost 30 pounds in less than a month. She begged me not to tell her parents or our kids. They probably know. I can't even remember agreeing to this. Because of finances, I agreed to use a mediator instead of lawyers for the divorce. Big mistake. She definitely took advantage of my state of mind. She ended up keeping the house and 50-50 custody of the kids. Dang. I moved into an apartment about 5 minutes away. Because I was working 2 full-time jobs, I ended up paying child support for my 2 youngest kids. My 2 oldest had graduated by now. This left me with 4 years of child support. I just agreed because I wanted it all to be over. By the way, it is never over with us because you can listen to full episodes with stories like this all the time if you go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. There is a little bit left of this story. Ouch. Ouch. I would be so angry with my father if he knew for seemingly a while that she was cheating on me. Just puts you in danger, fully put you in danger. Could have contracted an STI. If you know that people are getting cheated on, let them know, especially if they're your children and or family member or close friend. Let them know. You don't want them to get an STI, do you? Anyway, there's a little bit left to this. She sucks.
She needs to go get her stink glands unstunk because she's a dirty little skunk lady.
Yep.
And I hate so much that she finessed you out of the house.
That sucks.
That's
like,
the
she finessed you
dumbest
out of
shit I've ever heard.
more child, custody and out of your house.
Lawyer, my house. We moved because you cheated on me with 7 guys. My house.
There's a little bit left. We are now in a bigger city, so I do not see her at all. My kids are now all adults. 2 of them now know, 2 of them still do not. I forgot the name of this story. Her parents still think I was the cause of it all. I would tell them. I have not had contact with her for almost 6 years. When I've seen her in passing, I get a sick feeling in my stomach, even to this day. I have not been able to hold on to a relationship for more than 3 months. Yes, I am in therapy, but I am a mess for sure. She was the love of my life. Even though time has made it better, I still find myself lost at times. Now, my son is getting married. I know he wants us both there, but I don't think I can be in the same room with her and her family.
Broski, you are still entirely lost.
Yeah.
You were never not lost. You are constantly lost right now.
Constantly.
Is she still doing scheduled narcotics?
That's
Do
a
you
good
know?
question.
Did the judge know?
That is a good...
Does her family know that she's cheated on you with 7 men without using protection?
We know they don't. And
Tell
also,
them.
That is a great point. She was regularly using and still got 50%, 50% custody of the kids.
Yeah. You don't owe her a damn thing.
No.
Brother.
I know it's selfish, but I think I will be physically sick at the sight of her. I don't know what to do. I am sure I will get over it, dude, but I don't know what to do.
Brother, if you get physically sick, just make sure it's on her. Just make sure you direct it at her.
I have tried to talk to my son about it, but he thinks I'm overreacting. What do I do? Does he know?
They need to all know the truth, silly goose man.
If he doesn't know, you need to tell them.
Brother.
Yeah, this is one of those times where like, oh, it's a little secret. No, people need to understand why you're feeling like this.
Yeah.
You don't need to do this so you can make her feel better.
I mean, maybe this is what you need. Maybe you need people to know that it wasn't you who caused all of this. But folks, that's the end of that story, and we've got another one. I do think everyone should know, but I think there is a way to tell them. I think that, you can't talk to your wife anymore, clearly. So maybe have your... I feel like, I don't know. I feel like if 2 of your kids know, I feel like your other kids would know,
Yeah, I feel like
I don't know,
they're
man.
also, OP did say they're a little bit older, they're 2 adults.
Yeah, maybe
two,
they
in their
wanted to
teens.
hide it.
But at this point, maybe 2 of them are really close with mom, but even at that point, what's the point,
Who's this for?
At the end of the day, do what's best for you.
Yeah, and keep going to therapy because you clearly need it.
Yeah. And
You
again,
are
OP's one of
lost.
ours. This was one of ours. So it's just like,
Oh, I forgot.
From my perspective, the Jedi are evil.
I forgot it was one of our own. OP.
You did?
I did.
I didn't.
Oh, please get...
Brother, I'm not. The
keep
gloves
going
are
to
not
therapy.
off. The gloves are. When do the
Oh,
gloves
I hate your
come
ex
off?
so much.
When you're mad or when you're glad? Either way, cold water. You've got massive problems to figure out
Yeah.
regarding what happened with you and your ex-wife.
And I guess, if you truly, I'll give you more real advice. If you truly cannot go to this wedding because you will have a panic attack, tell your child that. Say, hey, I understand you might not see it as such, but, I've been going to therapy for this, and I really want to be there for you. But I think that it would cause more of a scene me being there.
Yeah,
You know?
that's good.
It's like, it's not like, oh, I hate her so much that I just would yell at her. It's like, I literally physically can't be in the same room with her without having this physical reaction. And hopefully your kid will understand, but be honest. You know, it's been years. I think that you can give that honesty without it being like negative for the kids. But, ouch. Good luck, OP. We love you.
Best of luck, OP.
Good luck.
So we're going to get into this next story.
Oh boy, this one's also from the subreddit.
I hope it's not so sad.
My boyfriend prioritizes his baby mama over me.
Well, he should be your ex-boyfriend.
We had a baby with her.
That's true.
I have been part of the OK fam since before Riley was a part of the show.
Whoa. Long time OK fan.
And I listen every day, and I'm hoping you guys can help me as I really value your thoughts and opinion. Okay, I'm locking in.
Lock in.
He did have a baby with her, though.
We'll see.
My boyfriend and I have been together for 6 years, living together for 5. We are both 41 with 1 son each from previous relationships. My son is 16, an honor student, starting his first job, always helpful and generally working hard to become a successful adult. His dad barely sees him and has been in and out of prison for the last 11 years since our divorce. Our son doesn't want to be like him. By the way, this comes from user FutureNPDoctor, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKstorytime subreddit. So my boyfriend's son just turned 12, makes good grades now, and is much more well-behaved than he used to be. In kindergarten, the school only allowed him half days, and he repeated it a second time due to this behavior.
Tons
his
of kids
behavior.
repeat kindergarten. That's all right.
You're like, we can't handle your kid. He's only allowed to be here half the day. Sounds like a
guess
skill
so.
issue with the kindergarten more than
Yeah,
a problem
they
with
need
your
to- They
kid.
need to figure it out.
I repeated preschool, so
I got nothing funny to say about that.
that one's kind of on me.
I know a
That's
lot.
on me.
I know a lot of guys who repeated
Oh,
kindergarten
wait.
because of behavior issues.
Do I know why you didn't?
Yeah.
Do you want to say?
I just didn't talk. I didn't talk, and my parents thought, like, he's like, oh no, he doesn't know how to talk. And
Yeah, he just wasn't
I was just
talking.
very anxious. I was a very shy kid. I just didn't like talking. All I did was point and go,
You know why? Because the ghosts were too busy talking to you. You
No.
couldn't make your own
That's so
sentences, but you
cute.
don't remember
Yeah.
anymore.
All
I'm
my,
so
like,
sad.
Yeah, my
That
mom.
makes me so
all my
sad.
mom was like, you didn't really talk until you were like 4 or 5, and all you did was point at stuff and you went, And I was like, oh, that makes sense. Have you never heard this?
No.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
keep going.
Okay, so he couldn't keep his hands to himself at school and during Pee Wee football, constantly getting into trouble for not listening. He was in trouble at school constantly, even pulling the fire alarm once.
Whoa.
Finally, the school pushed his mom to put him on ADHD meds, and he calmed down.
He just had ADHD.
He just needed stimulant medicine.
He just needed to be
He
medicated.
just needed amphetamines. Yes. Now he is very well behaved, respectful, and makes good grades and helps when asked. The issue with him is that, as a typical 12-year-old boy, he's completely engrossed in electronics. He barely comes out of his room to eat, use the bathroom, or even speak. He's just beeping and booping. He's making beep, boop, bop, zeep, zorp noises.
Honest, I feel like if your child's not coming out of the room because they're playing video games, do we take those video games away?
No, Mom.
I feel like
No,
I'd take
Mom.
away the video games.
They can
I
go
don't
pro.
I don't want my kid to be locked in their room
Also,
playing video
it's
games.
not video games, it's electronics. What if he's building robots, Sophia?
Oh,
You're just
that's kinda
making an
cool.
assumption.
Well, he's got to build them outside.
You don't understand boy technology.
I lived with a boy. I live with boys.
Sorry, I couldn't even keep a straight face. That was such a ridiculous thing to say.
You don't understand boy technology. Nah, my kid's gonna be. I'm gonna lock the door, and
You're gonna lock the door.
they're gonna stay outside all day.
You're gonna actually lock the door and play the games in their room and go, "Oh, this is
This
so
is so
fun!" And they're gonna go,
Wow.
"No,
Yeah.
no, please."
My mom just told me to play out. She would give me
Your mom told you to touch
hot
grass.
glue and
Have
glitter,
fun at it.
and I would make little like houses for fairies, and then I would bring all of my littlest pet shops outside, and I would use Jenga blocks, and I would create houses with my friends, and they would all be. It would be great.
Actually,
It was
sounds
great.
really
It was
fun.
lit, man.
I
I was creating houses out of rocks and sticks in the mud.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
That's girl technology?
Yes, girl technology is the Stone Age.
Okay. An unhealthy level of not coming out of the room. Even though we've had talks multiple times about bathing and teeth brushing, he still has to be told every single time, or he never would. I don't believe we should have to tell him each day to brush his teeth, bathe, and put on clean clothes. By the way, he's on stimulant medication, so you kind of do.
It's not just like, I feel like, I will say, because we know that he has ADHD, and he's 12, I think that this is, we actually do have to tell him every day to do those things. And maybe there's ways that we can work around this where we like get him into a habit and we have a routine that is a little bit more normalized. But I do think also because, again, he is ADHD, you can be more likely to kind of get locked into like an obsessive with things like video games. So I think
and the medication can do that too.
Yes, also, yeah.
The medication can not necessarily make you hyper-focus on studying or being a good little boy. It could make you hyper-focus on whatever he's doing in there.
Yeah. I think he probably just needs a lot more attention from you guys than maybe a kid who didn't have his, set of like medical or like ADHD and stuff.
Okay. When I try to enforce consequences, they never get upheld by his dad when I'm not home, which is a lot.
See, that's a problem.
He's not a self-starter. Even though he's smart, a homework assignment that should take 20 minutes will take several hours with one of us adults constantly standing over him and fussing to get it done. He has a mom that is always in his life. There is no legal custody agreement. They share him equally and allow him to go between houses as he wants, which is fine, except his mom lives about an hour away with her parents since they split. This can sometimes cause hardship with transportation in school, but we've made it work. Most of the work falls on my boyfriend and me. He pays her child support every week of his own accord because we believe that's what he should do as a dad. We also pay for 90% of school trips, the yearbook every year, 100% of school supplies, and half the cost of his after-school program. Baby mama even called saying 12-year-old had no clothes at her house because of a growth spurt. We went and bought him new clothes, then bought more and sent them to her house.
Oh, and also, really quick, just for you guys, the characters are not named Dakota and Sophia. We just are doing this new thing where we tell you guys our names for our podcast listeners.
Oh, God, and TLDR's picking up our names?
Yes. Yeah, just to be clear, because someone, I think, earlier asked if the characters were named Dakota and Sophia. They are not. We are Dakota and Sophia.
Their sons are excelling academically is also a horrible TLDR.
Yeah.
Anyway, she claims she couldn't afford new clothes even though she has a job and no bills because her parents pay everything, including her car insurance and cell phone bill, and give her the car that she drives. I grew up in a blended family where the kids weren't treated equally, so I've made it a point to always treat our boys equally. My boyfriend doesn't always do that, but tries his best. He and baby mama have always treated 12-year-old like a small child. Boyfriend is just now starting to treat him like the preteen he is. At baby mama's, he doesn't have his own room and still shares a bed with her because there isn't a room for him and no chance of her moving out since she's helping care for her mom who has cancer.
I mean, I know they haven't done a custody agreement, but I'm pretty sure that you're supposed to provide, like if they went the legal route, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to provide them like a bed.
They did not go the legal route.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like because they went around it, I guess she doesn't have to do that, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure if you are trying to get custody, you have to prove that you have like a bed for your child.
Couch.
Yeah, I mean, your 12-year-old boy shouldn't be sleeping every night with his mom if you have another option.
You can put a tent in the living room with a sleeping bag. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I don't want to say
or
like
you can put it out
obviously
back. Get him
are
outside of that electronics room.
Yeah, there are
and have him sleep in a tent in the backyard.
Yeah, there's circumstances. Okay, where that is okay or not okay, but where it makes sense because you don't have a lot of money or like financial reasons, blah blah blah. But if there is another option, in this case, dad, then he shouldn't be sleeping in the bed with his mom. Yeah, that James Pond says I'm pretty sure it's illegal. I'm pretty sure if they had gone through the legal route, it probably would not have been allowed.
Okay. 12-year-old hates not having his own space and being treated like a 5-year-old, so he recently started spending more time at our house where he has his own room. The kids got out of school last week and are starting back August 11th. For the entire summer, he's been with us except maybe 2 weeks, and boyfriend still pays child support every week. What? I don't know if this is... Okay.
It's because they didn't go the legal route. So he's doing all of these things that he thinks he needs to do, but you don't need to do this.
He's not there.
He's not.
Your kid's not there.
You're not like,
you
why
were
are you
paying
child
her
support?
money when your kid was staying there.
And she's not even using that money to give him a space.
Like you should be. Just give that money to your girlfriend. Give that money to OP.
Yeah.
Why are you paying your ex? Maybe it's to help take care of her parents?
Yeah.
But like, that's different.
No, OP, I
That's not
honestly
just a
think,
child support payment. That's a different thing.
I think because you're one of our own, go have a conversation with your boyfriend and say, like, normally when you have a custody agreement, which you guys don't have like a formal one, you're supposed to provide your child with a space, a bed. There are a lot of requirements. He doesn't have that as moms. We can provide that here.
Well, I think it's already his prerogative that the kid is the one who decides where he wants to be. So
Yeah.
it's like, if the kid doesn't want to be there,
He doesn't, which is like,
right,
he doesn't.
he can just stay here.
So again, well, but that's further point. If he's not staying there, then you also don't have to pay child support for a child that you're already supporting.
Exactly. His ex is very self-absorbed and hard to deal with, so he hates talking to her because he hates confrontation. It's easier than fighting with her. Recently, baby mama has been in the hospital for about 2 weeks. It started with a fall where she couldn't get up. She is a bigger girl, about 300 pounds, so we thought she couldn't get up because of that. But when they took her to the hospital, she said she was numb from the
Oh.
neck down and couldn't support her weight to stand or walk and was barely able to feed herself.
Oh my God. Did she just paralyze herself?
Well, that's extreme.
Well, now she definitely can't care for the child.
Well, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, don't like,
Well, no, yeah.
yeah.
Accurate. She's 37 and has a few other issues, but nothing that should be causing this. She's been transferred between multiple hospitals because no one can figure out what's going on. When we found out, we knew 12-year-old would be staying with us indefinitely until she's better. Boyfriend and I had a conversation about school since it's about to start. We decided going to the middle school 5 minutes from our house instead of an hour away where her parents live would be the best option since it's our responsibility to care for him, not theirs. She can't care for herself, much less a child. He brought up homeschool during our conversation because she had mentioned it. I reminded him what a nightmare homeschooling was during the pandemic and how bad it is to do normal homework with 12-year-old.
I also think like for him specifically, for what he needs, that would not be helpful. Like for having like a child with ADHD who like, I don't think that would necessarily be helpful.
Agreed.
Unless you can provide like so much care. Like you would have to be on it for everything.
You'd have to like handcuff his hand to your hand so you could grab the pencil and write stuff for him because he's
Just
going to be
these-
so distracted at home.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the amount of effort that you're putting into like telling him to shower, telling him to brush his teeth, you're going to have to do that level for all of his studies. So like be ready if you're going to do that.
I also asked him to consider how we would have time for homeschooling. He works 5 nights a week, midnight to 8 a.m., and sleeps daily from 10 or 11 until 6 or 7. I'm currently in school for my doctor nurse practice to become a nurse practitioner and have both clinical and class and homework, plus my full-time job at the local hospital. I also have a total care disabled brother that lives with us with my mom, and we help care for them. Plus, I have a side hustle as a baker for extra income.
Okay, so you have your mom.
She does it all.
You are caring for your brother. You're caring for a child who has a lot of like needs specifically. That's tough.
Yep. Don't know
A
how
lot
you do
on
it.
you. A lot on you.
And you're baking? How does she do it?
How does she do it?
We don't have time for homeschool, and it's toxic just doing normal homework, so we don't have the patience either. He agreed during our talk and said he would let baby mama know we could transfer him to our nearby middle school when he took 12-year-old to see her at the hospital. When he came home, he was complaining of a stomach ache and went to bed, then got up and went to work without telling me how the conversation went. I assumed he stuck to what we talked about. The next morning, he called me on the way home from work, as he always does. After talking for about 10 minutes with no mention of the hospital trip, I finally asked if he was ever going to tell me what happened. He responded that they had talked about it and would be trying homeschooling. Yeah, did you think that one was just going to fly under the radar, my guy?
So he lied.
Why does it matter what she has to say? She's not taking care of your kid.
Like it really doesn't matter what she has to say. She does not have the funds, nor the time, nor the space to take care of your kid.
She is numb from the neck down.
Or
She is
the
not
function.
homeschooling your kid.
She doesn't have the time, space. What was the third one I said?
Continuum.
Ah, dang it. Function was the fourth one I was gonna add.
Okay. I was angry, hurt, and upset. I asked why after our conversation was that the decision, and he stated she wanted to try it to see if it worked. We argued and got off the phone since I was at work. I have friends who homeschool, so I know more than the average person with no exposure to it, but even with that basic knowledge, I know this isn't what's best for 12-year-old. I've been a nurse for 22 years and have studied childhood development several times. I have an ADN, BSN, MSN, NBC, and I am now working on my DNP. I am currently in my pediatrics rotation. I know that living with us full-time suddenly and not getting to see his mom and grandparents as often, plus his mom being sick and him changing from elementary to middle school are a lot of life changes very fast. This can be traumatic if not handled with care. Add to that his need for structure. I feel like homeschooling will be detrimental.
It will
and
be.
then he'll be behind and struggle in school. Correct, I would assume. I'm no doctor, nurse practitioner. But yeah, it sounds like the child needs to go to school.
I think you sit your partner down and you say, hey, I don't know, like if you're planning to homeschool him, but I can't do that. Just say like, I cannot do that. If you were expecting me to do it, I cannot.
Yeah.
And I will not. So you're going to have to do it all because your baby mom's not going to help. So it's going to be on you. Do you have time to do that?
Yep, I hope you enjoy never sleeping again.
Because I'm not doing it.
Either you do it all or we both get arrested for truancy. I spent the day at work thinking about this and did a literal 5-minute Google search to learn more about homeschooling. Then I went home and tried to talk to boyfriend. I started by asking what program would be used to homeschool. Would it be through the mail or online? If online, do they know the state laws? We live in North Carolina and she lives in South Carolina. Some states require online classes and attendance, and who would be buying the computer? I also asked if they knew homeschooling wasn't just sit and do work. You're basically teaching yourself, and it requires trips to co-ops to meet other homeschoolers and do hands-on portions of work. To all these questions, he responded, I don't know.
Come on.
So you're not doing it then?
You guys are doing like these parents are not you, OP, but like your boyfriend is doing such a disservice to his son. And it's really upsetting. This kid is not getting the help that he needs.
True. So I asked what he and baby mama talked about then, and he responded, I don't know what you want from me. I want the kid to go to school.
She's told you what she wants from you.
You know exactly what I want from you. I want you to say, we're going to send the kid to school.
Pretty straightforward, pretty
to the
cut
middle
and dry.
school, 5 minutes away.
Pretty cut and dry.
Ugh. I said I expected that you went to talk to her and come home with a plan. I'm willing to try anything if there's a good plan in place. I told him that since he wouldn't tell me about the conversation, all I could do was go on my assumptions. To me, it appeared as if he completely forgot about our conversation when with her and just rolled over and agreed to do what she wants. The only reason she wants to homeschool is to try to keep 12-year-old from living with us. He's told us he has to go ask if he can come to our house, like asking to go to a friend's, and if she says no, then he can't come. We argued and I yelled, which I know isn't right, but when he asked me not to yell, I quit and tried to more calmly explain. I said if we took all other issues out, like her choice, my choice, and even what's best for the 12-year-old, I just didn't understand the logistics of how it would work. I told him why not put him in public school, and when we found out more about what her health future looks like, then consider homeschool. That way, at least, he wouldn't get behind. He shot this down.
This would be so incredibly frustrating for me. Like, I'm so sorry, OP, that you have to deal with this. Because, I mean, you are the only one who apparently cares about this kid's future, but you don't even get, like, the main say because you're not his parent, even though you're the one parenting the most. So frustrating.
Yes. Very
I would have a
frustrating.
completely different view on my partner, personally, after this whole fiasco.
I would. By the way, you can listen to full episodes with stories just like this one on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts. Wherever you listen to stories, just type OK Storytime into that search bar. You can listen to over 70 days worth of stories. We have a little bit left here. Let's finish it off. I feel like he's putting her opinion above mine when it's our family that it will 100% affect. She's in the hospital for who knows how long and can't do any of the legwork for her homeschool. Other than putting her first, just so he doesn't have to have a confrontation, he really is the best partner and does so much to help me. Without him, I couldn't do all the things I do for school and work, which I do for our family's future. But I don't think he considers our future. This has really put a strain on our relationship. Since it happened a couple days ago, we haven't really spoken much or even touched each other. I'm hurt and constantly feel like vomiting or crying, which I have been doing a lot of. What do I do? Am I the a-hole and making this a bigger issue than it is? I don't want to end the relationship. I think you need to be like, why are we letting her his mother is not a parent to him.
Yeah.
And is incapable of doing the things that she's suggesting you to do. So you're basically just saying what? That I have to stop doing it's just not going to work. There's a solution that works and there's a solution that doesn't. Homeschooling's not going to work.
I think that I know you've already done it. Like, you've done everything that we've suggested, honestly. But I think because you had the thing of, like, feeling like you needed to yell, which I get because this is so frustrating. But I think you write down all of your points. You say, 1, your son's mom is not able to, like, she's not physically able to take care of him. She doesn't have the space, so, he needs to be here. I'm not going to have the time to homeschool him. These are the steps and things that, just write it all out. These are what you need to fulfill if you homeschool your child. Can you do these? Do you have the time to do these? Do you have the, wherewithal, the know-how, etc. to figure all this out? And if you think that you can do it, fine. That's your kid. But I'm not going to be helping you homeschool your child when I don't think it's the right solution.
Yes.
And just have that all written out so you don't even have to go to the anger. And at that point, if he does try and put it on you, then I would reconsider the relationship. It's frustrating though. Very frustrating.
Yeah. I would also, there's a
Yeah.
lot of comments saying, it's time for a formal custody agreement.
Agreed. Yeah, maybe that's the thing to approach it with. It's hey, I know you guys didn't want to do a formal custody agreement, but this is just not working for your kid. Bring that up. But
100%.
and also bring up your child sleeping in the bed with his mom at 12 years old is not benefiting him. But that is the end of that story and the end of this episode. So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you and
see you tomorrow.